What's up? It's the Big Brother Rod, and today I got another video for you about the GoPro Hero 9 Black. Today I'm going to be talking about what it's been like for me the last few weeks as I've been using this as my main vlogging camera. I had the Nikon D500 and that wasn't working out as a vlogging camera. I use my cell phones, but they have their own issues with like people calling and stuff in the middle of a vlog. But the GoPro though, I mean, let's talk about it. So for this video, I'm going to be using my Nikon Z6 to record the vlog. Yeah, that's new. And this is going to be a pretty easy video for me because I've had like the experience is vivid in my brain. Man, it was pretty cool. Like it's something I never thought I would do, use such a small camera as a vlogging camera. I've had several GoPros in the past and I've never been able to do that. One reason I'm able to do it with the GoPro Hero 9 Black is because of that front-facing screen. It's a game changer. I mean, it actually flips things around so you can actually see what's going on the screen. Like I used the GoPro Hero 7 for a while and I would film myself and do a whole vlog and I would get nothing but my chest and my chin. Or I might get my head and the whole sky. So it was just like really hard to do. And using your phone and the GoPro at the same time sometimes can be a hassle. So actually, this front-facing screen is impeccable. It's a good idea that they copied, of course, but I don't care how they did it. They got it. One issue with the screen, though, I noticed sometimes I wouldn't look directly into the lens. I'd be looking to see what's happening over there, and I'd be talking, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I have to look into the lens. So that was one thing I noticed. But there's some good things. I'm gonna talk about the good things first. Let's get those out of the way. It's a very efficient vlogging rig. I mean, all you need is the GoPro. You take the thing out. I've got several mounts or several small tripods I use. You don't need any of those. Technically, you can just pull it out, look into it, and talk. Hit the record and talk. That's awesome. It's smaller than a cell phone, so it's inconspicuous. And when you say inconspicuous, the GoPro Hero 9 Black is inconspicuous. I'm a big guy, but I can basically hide it in my palm and talk to my palm if I really wanted to. So I say that's an awesome feature, just the fact that it's so small. If I walk in with the Nikon D500 or the Z6, people are looking to see what you're doing. You walk in with the GoPro Hero 9, they don't really care. Like you can talk to it and do whatever. I wouldn't bring it in the movie theater though. That's probably someplace they might actually, if they do catch you, you wouldn't want to do that. You can mount this thing almost anywhere. So you can mount it on the car, you can mount it, on a wall. They got some suction things on the windows. You can basically do anything you want. Put it on the bike, put it on the helmet, put it on your chest. They got the chesty, they got the head strap thing. It goes in the water. Like you can do pretty much anything with this camera and still have access to your camera. So that's a major plus. It's got good battery life. The battery lasts much longer than the older batteries. So that's a kudos to GoPro for that. Decent audio. The audio is actually pretty good. I don't use the audio because I have the Zoom H1 in, and I want to be able to have that second audio. So usually I use the Zoom audio. So, but it does have good audio straight out of the box. If it's windy, it's got some wind reduction. It's not the best, but it works. So if you're in a pinch, you just need to do a quick vlog. You need to talk about something. You're out, maybe on a vacation and you're looking at different buildings, you want to talk into the GoPro, it'll hear you, But I always say, get back up. The video is also decent on it. It's a 5K sensor. You can get 5K on this, but it looks best outside. Outside, the video is immaculate. I like the video outside. I'm very happy with the video outside for the GoPro Hero 9 Black. Inside, you need to get your lighting right, or you need to be ready to do some major denoising and that type of thing. So, but yeah, the picture's fine. I like the fact you can do 5K. I actually like the fact you can do, 120 at 1080p, 120 frames a second at 1080p. I think that's cool. So yeah, picture's fine. And the workflow to get your files onto your computer, that's easy for me because I've got the auto upload set up. So once you get it set up, you plug it into a wall when you're done or when you're ready to go to bed. You wake up in the morning, all your files are somehow up in the cloud. There's unlimited space. I keep talking about this, but you can't say it enough. Unlimited space for video, even if it's just for this camera, is awesome. Like that made me want to do this and say, well, can I actually vlog with this? Because a lot of the big files that you have are going to be vlog files and things like that, where you're talking for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then you might edit it down, but still, that's a lot of footage you're doing. If you're doing B-roll, and that stuff adds up space-wise. So I don't even have all of my GoPro footage right now backed up to a hard drive. It's all in the cloud. For $50 a month, or excuse me, no, $50 a year, I think that's a good deal. Yeah, I'll take that. I wish Nikon would do something like that. You give me $50 a year for unlimited up footage that I shoot my Nikon cameras up on the cloud, I'm in 100%. And I would still back my Nikon stuff up, because generally that's going to be my more professional stuff. But yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Now, what can be frustrating with the GoPro? The first thing was the overheating. There's a couple of times where I was recording and it overheated and it just cut off on me. I mean, I didn't understand why, so that made it even worse. But when I did the research, I looked at it and I figured out it was because my SD card, or my micro SD card, was the wrong type. So what you need to do is you need to go over to GoPro.com. You need to look at all the recommended SD cards for their systems. And I didn't even realize there were so many different types of SD cards. Just the SanDisk Extreme, which is what I usually use, there's like 4 or 5 different types of those. I guess they're coming up with new stuff all the time, and now there's a V section on there that I never looked at, but I didn't have one in my card. And you need one, because you're doing video and it needs to be fast enough to keep up with what the GoPro is trying to send to it. Otherwise, it will overheat and it will cut off. So it was frustrating when it overheated, but for me, that issue's been resolved by getting a better upgraded SD card. And actually, the funny thing is, I had several of those SD cards just in different places on different cameras. So I swapped it out and I was good to go. The other thing that bothered me a lot was sometimes the screen was unresponsive. Now, I don't know why that is. I've seen some complaints online that people say the screen can be unresponsive at times. For me, it was very random. There was nothing that I could see was causing it. But what I've done to work around that was I'll change my settings to make sure that I can change that from the first screen as soon as I touch the back of the screen. I don't want to have to dig into it to find it. Everything that I know I'm going to need to change, I go ahead and set it right there on one of those 4 corners, so I know that that's good. And that's how I resolved that issue. Another issue was indoors, and I've mentioned this on the other side. It's got a good picture, but in low light, yeah, there's a struggle there in low light. So what I did for that is try to make sure I only shoot in well-lit areas, kind of like I'm in my studio right now. It's just a thing you're going to have to take into consideration when you know you want to shoot a blog or a vlog. You just go ahead and make sure you light your area well. Purchase the lights if you have to. Shoot by a window in the daytime if you need to. Shoot outside if you can. I mean, there's ways to work around it, so it's not that big of an issue. If you have a place where you have to always shoot in low light, if that's your situation, the GoPro might not be a good camera for you unless you can find a way to light that situation. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of noise in your shot, and it's not going to be as good as it should be. Let's see, what else was... The last thing that was really kind of frustrating to me at first was that when you look for your footage in the cloud, because I'm a big cloud user for the GoPro Cloud, all of it looked the same. You know, if you're every day you're wearing a black shirt or a dark color shirt and you're talking into the camera and you're recording all that stuff and it's all getting uploaded, then you'll know when you're looking through a lot of your files, you're going to get a lot of those same shirts that are, you know, talking to the camera, especially if you're always bald head. My situation. But one way I was able to work around that, because they don't let you change the name of the files, you can't organize them in any way. They're organized by the date you shot, and that's about it. So there's no way to really go in and say, okay, I took these over in Jamaica, so these are my Jamaica files. No, you can't go in and do that just yet. Maybe they'll do that in the future, but they haven't done it yet. So what I've done, I've worked around that using an app called DigiSlate. And I'll show that to you here. And what I do, just like they teach you in film school, you know, you put your name of your video up, you set it here, and you click this little button. And so when you start recording anyway, you go ahead and click that button. It syncs up your sound, syncs up everything. And then when you actually upload your stuff into the cloud, you have a bunch of images of you holding some information that can be used to determine which video is which. So, yeah, without further ado, that's the end of it. You know, this has been a great experience. I've loved every second of it. You know, learning how to use the GoPro in different situations, playing with all the settings. I will do some more videos on the GoPro because I want to go through maybe a user's guide for the GoPro, and I'll get that posted on here for you guys. But I won't be shooting every video now with the GoPro because I no longer, well, I still have my Nikon D500. This has been a workhorse. It's been here for a long time. I'm going to keep it. No, maybe, no, I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to sell it. But I still have it right now. This has been a workhorse and I appreciate it, but I did not appreciate the fact it did not have good autofocus. Not for face recognition for video, not for eye recognition for video. The video autofocus on this suffered greatly. So I've gone out and I purchased the Nikon Z6, which is an awesome step up. I mean, this is a great camera, and I'm going to do some videos about this next. So yeah, I've got a lot of work to put in, and I'm going to be putting it in soon. So if you like this video, if you like content like this, if you like these type of things that I'm doing, please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up because that helps the YouTube algorithm. And man, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the future.